Welcome back, and you're watching Markets at Noon on ET. Now, let's move on and bring on board the whole-time director and CEO at Menon Bearings, Arun Aradhye, joining in with us this afternoon. Arun, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon. And sir, I just want to start by talking about the auto sector. That has been doing well, and obviously you being the leader in the bearing segment, could you just talk to us about the trends that you're seeing? What is the demand trend that is shaping up for you, and which segments particularly for the company are doing well?
We are basically a multi-product company. We are into manufacturing of engine bearing, bush washers, aluminum die cutting components, brake lining. Particularly, we are manufacturing of engine parts, suspension, brakes, steering, transmission, etc. So, in order to support our plans for growth in the company, we have recently started our division or a wholly owned subsidiary, Menon Bearings Private Limited, where we are manufacturing asbestos-free, eco-friendly material, brake liners. That is one of the growth drivers of the company. And according to the ACMA, auto component industry revenue is expected to be 2.5 lakh crores, of which 50% constitute demand from OEMs.
I also want to understand one more thing is that, is there any bit of a worry given that we are seeing more of a shift coming towards the EV side? Would that be impacting your numbers in any way, or, how does that work out for the company?
Now, if at all the EV will impact, it will have impact on two-wheelers or four-wheelers, basically passenger vehicles. But we are not into passenger vehicles, we are into heavy duty. And hence, the question of having any impact on the heavy duty doesn't arise. So will not have any impact on our industry as such.
So mainly you are into not into the passenger vehicle side, so not much, not an impact for the company. Also,
Right,
sir, in terms of your domestic contributions, that has increased from 66%, which was in FY22, to 70% in FY23. How do you see this mix changing going forward in terms of the domestic as well as exports for the way forward, and especially in terms of FY24 as well?
You see, if you consider our sales pie, the domestic OEMs as such, it is almost 70% and now 30% is exports. With the orders in pipeline and whatever the business discussion that we are having, the business cases are there, according to which our export is likely to grow to about 35%, so that the total domestic revenue will be about 65, as well as export will be around 35% over a period of time or during the next year.
Right, and also, just anything in terms of an update that you could give us on your Capex plans. How are your recent investments expected to contribute in your financials going forward?
So we are going to have, considering the business in pipeline and the inquiries that we are already having, about more than 85-90 crores of inquiries are floated in, and some of the samples have been tested, some samples have been submitted. Considering the total business in pipeline after finalization of commercials, so we are going to have two factory buildings of 1 lakh of square meters, 1 lakh of square feet. Along with the requisite infrastructure, those all will be completed by the end of March 24 in view of the business in pipeline.
Right, and lastly, sir, I just want to understand in terms of the expectation that we could have from the company in terms of revenues. We've seen from 149 crores on FY21, FY23, the revenues are coming at 218 crores. What should be the expectation for FY24 and FY25? Where do we see the revenue numbers in terms of the top line?
Okay. So FY24, as such, you see, the first quarter was little down because of lesser demand from tractor industry because of shifting from trim 3 to trim 4. So there was a little less demand so far as tractor industry is concerned. Now it is picking up now. So third and fourth quarter will be excellent. That's what we feel. And there have been a lot of fillers from other countries as well, considering energy crisis and geopolitical issues in Europe. Many more customers are visiting our facilities, and they have shown interest in developing critical components with us. With that, and considering the business in pipeline of more than 80-90 crores of conversion ratio of which is around 85 to 90%, we feel that we should be able to grow at a rate of 20-25% from next year, 25-26 and onwards.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for joining in with us this afternoon on Markets at Noon, giving us an understanding in terms of what we should be expecting from the company going forward and how are the demand trends shaping up in the industry as well. Thank you so much for that.